Welcome back to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. Today I have something special for you. I would like to celebrate and congratulate my recent fall 2019 cohort of the Victoria Marie YouTube Masterclass for Online Creatives. These ladies have finished 6 weeks of working with me to develop their YouTube channels. A few of them are very new to YouTube. Some of them have been on YouTube for a while and want to sort of pivot with their content and wanted some assistance in doing that. They spent 6 weeks with me as we talked about all things YouTube, how to edit, set up a video, content management, how to monetize your channel, the whole nine, so that they can become YouTube superstars. So here's what I want you to do. Down in the description box below are some links to their individual channels. Go check them out during this channel hop. Make sure you subscribe to their channel, like their videos, make sure you click the bell indicator. That way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted to their channels, and show them some support as they begin to embark on their YouTube journey or to continue their YouTube journey. Congratulations to my fall class. You guys did a fantastic job. And if you're interested in starting your own YouTube channel and you want the basic nuts and bolts on how to get things started and get it rolling, consider checking out the YouTube Masterclass for Online Creatives. I will be hosting a 2020 cohort starting really soon. So make sure down in the description box that you click on the newsletter link, sign up for my newsletter. That way you can get information when this class enrollment starts for spring 2020. There's also a link to my online classes page where you can learn more about the YouTube Masterclass for Online Creatives. Alrighty, so for this channel hop, I thought it would be really fun if I participated as well. So I'm going to make a traveler's notebook using the Harper kit from Felicity Jane, and I'll go ahead and post the link as well in the description box. So all the links in the description box, so make sure you check it out. I'm doing a 4x8 traveler's notebook, roughly is the size, kind of your standard traveler's notebook. So everything I'm using today is all from Felicity Jane. Beautiful, gorgeous fall colors in this kit. And I've recently started a traveler's notebook where I wanted to sort of collect bits and pieces of inspiration, a place where I can kind of journal my thoughts and really motivate myself to stay the course. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, so I thought I would do it in a traveler's notebook style. So I have 2 pieces of pattern paper. I'm going to take the yellow pattern paper with the white dots, trim that up, place that to the left-hand side of the spread. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 strips of black and white pattern paper. I trim those down. I also rounded the corners because this notebook has rounded corners. I'm going to put that to the top and the bottom. And I noticed that the top strip I put upside down, that was done on accident. And I'm just going to keep it there because I just noticed it as I am narrating this video. Also in the kit comes these black and white doodle frames, which are really cute. I went ahead and printed my photos at 3x4 because I knew I wanted to use these frames and I wanted to make sure my face fit in the middle of the frames. So I'm going to adhere those frames onto the photos. I also changed the photo from a color photo to a black and white because I thought it would look more striking with the black and white elements and the pops of color in this traveler's notebook spread. So I'm going to go ahead and get those mounted up on my photos. I'm going to trim them out, trying not to do a butcher job. I'm not very good sometimes at trimming around these things. And then I'm going to add them to my page, and so far it looks really good. I love the way the black and white doodle frame looks against that yellow, that mustard color. Just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down, and it kind of gives it an old look feel to it. It's really fun. That's not kind of my style, but I thought it'd be fun to try it anyway. I'm going to bust out the Harper stamp. I'm going to use do a lot of stamping on this layer. I'm going to stamp my title. I'm also going to create some heat embossed leaves here in just a few. I'm sort of auditioning some die cuts that came with the kit around the traveler's notebook page. I considered that piece to be the title, and then I said, nope, I knew that I want to stamp the title using one of the phrases from the stamp set. Now I'm just kind of playing around and seeing what kind of clusters that I want to create. And so far, I knew that I want to create a small cluster there at the bottom of the left-hand page. I'm also going to create a floral cluster to the first frame on the right-hand side of this spread. And I didn't want to cover my face, so I'm trying to position them to where I can still see my face, but still get the beautiful element shown right there on the frame. I'm going to go ahead and commit to that, adding some Tombow Mono adhesive. These are these are die cuts, cardstock die cuts, I should say. And they are beautiful. Felicity Jane kits are usually very soft, very feminine, and come with a lot of floral elements. So if you're into that, make sure you click on the link in the description so you can check out those kits. Next up, I'm going to add another floral piece there to the top left photo in the frame. I'm going to get that adhered. And then I'm going to add a little bow, which I thought would be really cute. I don't use bows a lot, so I thought that would be really pretty. Kind of gives the look that the bow is wrapped around a little bunch of floral elements there. Now I'm back to the bottom cluster and I'm trying to decide what I want to do with little acorn and the label that says grateful. I'm in fact going to change that up later in this process video. Now it's time for the title and a few other stamped elements. So in this stamp set, there is a spot, not a spot, there is a stamp that you can actually make a list. So it has little bullets. And so I placed that to the right-hand side. And also the title for this layout is going to include a stamp that says gratitude. And then the subtitle is going to say, helps you fall in love with the life you already have. And I've been really focusing on being gracious for where I'm at right now. There's a lot of things going on in my life right now. I have a parent that I care for who needs some significant physical assistance. I have a young child who I homeschool. I have a business that I run, and I'm trying to balance all of that, of course, with the support and partnership of my wonderful spouse. We're just super busy, and we're in that time right now in our lives where everything just seems to be converging between parenthood and taking care of a parent. We're definitely in that sandwich generation. But often when I am in sort of this mind space, I forget to look at the silver lining of things. And I consider myself to be a half glass full type person. I'm very optimistic. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to start this Traveler's Notebook, to remind myself to be grateful for certain things, that no matter what I've gone through in this life, I've always pulled through. And so I thought that title would be perfect for this particular spread and this particular Traveler's Notebook. So I went ahead and stamped those elements. In fact, I do quite a bit of stamping. I'm going to set that to the side because now I want to work on my leaves. So I grab a piece of vellum as well as some Nuvo Clear Mark adhesive, or stamping ink rather, as well as some Tombow fine embossing powder in black and gold. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp some leaves. Now, if you're going to do this technique, whether you're using it on paper or vellum or any other substrate, you do want to go ahead and put a little bit of powder using a powder tool on your substrate so that your embossing powder flakes off the parts that are not sticking to your ink. And I forgot to do that at least the first time that I did the heat embossing. So I'm going to stamp the outline stamp, that first one, the leaf stamp, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that with my heat tool after I added some embossing ink to the stamp, and then of course spread some black embossing powder on that. I'm going to do the same with the other styles of leaves as well, and so I did a whole bunch of them. So there I have a nice sheet full. Now I'm not going to use all of them on this particular project. In fact, I'm going to save some of them for some card making projects that I'm going to probably work on maybe this weekend. I'm going to go ahead and trim those out right around the embossed edge. It gives a nice look. I have the gold and the black. Of course, there's the solid stamps that are really, really fun, and those were fun to heat emboss as well. I end up using the outline version of the stamp because I felt that it was a little bit more soft. I'm going to use those solid ones for another project. So once I have those all cut out, I'm going to go ahead and position them around the frames and at the bottom cluster on the left-hand side. And honestly, I'm going to fiddle with this quite a bit. And I'm just trying to get it to look good to my eye. And sometimes when I fiddle with things to inertia, I just have to say to myself, enough, just put it there. It's okay. No one's going to care. Now that bottom label I switched out because the word gratitude shows up in my title. The other label I think said gratitude as well, so it was kind of duplicative. So I decided to swap that out for the label that doesn't have a text in it. And I'm going to stamp that using another Felicity Jane stamp in just a few. I'm going to add some epoxy hearts to the clusters once I have those all set up. And then I typed out my journaling and cut them into journaling strips. This is a way that I love to journal. And the journaling says, today I'm grateful for hot coffee that soothes the soul, my creative outlet, scrapbooking is my therapy, Netflix and Disney Plus, all the shows, my amazing, loving, and understanding Aubrey, and lastly, my not-so-secret chocolate stash. And I have to remember to be grateful for even the small things that bring me joy and happiness, particularly in a season where a lot of my focus and my attention is not on myself, but it's focused on others. But I am grateful for these small things. I'm grateful for the big and small, really. I love the way that this project turned out. It's so gorgeous, and I really hope that this has inspired you to maybe create a similar project. I'm going to go ahead and pop some photos on the Victoria Marie blog along with more information about the channel hop and how you can get involved with that. A big congratulations to my 2019 cohort, Miranda, Elise, Amy, and Heather. You guys are going to do fantastic. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. When you do, click the bell indicator. That way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted. If you are interested in becoming a scrappy YouTuber or a creative YouTuber, make sure you click on the link below for my newsletter. I will be announcing when registration opens for my 2020 cohort in the spring. And thanks so much for stopping by.